Hello, everybody. Lobotomized Logan here with a Borderlands 4 overview. Now, these are just my brief impressions, nothing too deep, but let's get into it. So, here we have the four Vault Hunters: Harlow, Vex, Amon, and Rafa, in that order. Vex is the Siren, and her ability seems to be a combination of something like Phase Shift and Amara's skill set from Borderlands 3. I'm not too sure about that. I also know she gets this little specter thingy, so I'm sure that's one of the skill tree points. And then Rafa, he looks really fun to play as. He can dual wield weapons, apparently. I'm not sure if this is just a certain weapon or if you can dual wield with him. And then he has swords. This went from me playing Harlow the Gravitar to Rafa instantly because my goodness, does he look cool. Now, going into the story aspect, the story looks really interesting so far. I'm not too sure how I feel about the factions in this game, the Order versus the Ripper Clan. I'm more interested to fight the Order because honestly, Psycho Bandits have been done to death in every single one of these games. We haven't had anyone really organized like that since Handsome Jack and 2. But other than like these high class order, we get more NPCs, I assume, that are going to help us. There's Amara from 3. We also see Moxie and Zane return. And then next up is. Yeah, I have no clue who this guy is. Maybe one of the Amon's guys because he has similar armor. But of course, we got Claptrap returning. Iconic little character. Can't wait to see him. I really hope his original voice actor could have returned, but obviously he's not. Then we got Echo 4. Echo 4 seems like a helpful little guy. He shows you where to go in a little line segment. And I think since they're going open world, that's a much better design. But now we got the title screen, and you actually can matchmake without leaving parties now. So if you exit back to switch modes, whoever's in your party stays in your party. Other than all that, I'm really excited for the story. It's like Borderlands 3 story was, but they have seemed to learn from it. As watching this gameplay, while there are some jokes, it's definitely not as forced as Borderlands 3 was. And it's not like Borderlands 3 story was completely unsalvageable. I really did like the DLCs. It's just the main story was super uninteresting. But other than that, let's get back to the gameplay. I'm really loving this snowy mountain area. I love snow levels in games. It really reminds me of Liarsburg from Borderlands 2, but let's move on to what I think of the UI. It's certainly something. I think it's a bit angular and it's a bit too cluttered at the moment. I get what they're doing with no minimap. They want to harken back to Borderlands 1, I would assume. But having like the level counter in the bottom left hand corner and then having the echo no longer have a transparent map, just a full one. Maybe it was a concession they did since it's fully open world, but I'm not sure. We actually get to see a little bit of the traversal I was talking about. As right now he's hovering. I'm not too sure what the big deal is over that. I'm pretty sure every character can do it because it's a built-in feature to the game. Same thing with grappling hooks, which we're actually about to see. And I'm not sure if it's a momentum or flying, but in this next clip, as you'll see, it seems the character is just flying straight up, or maybe they're using momentum to glide their way. I'm not too sure what's going on here, but as you can see, they just instantly phased in their new vehicle, which is like a little, it's like a ghost from Halo, if anything. That's what this reminds me of. And they also confirmed that day one, it'll have cross platform multiplayer. We know that it'll be cross platform between Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. We do not have word on if it's going to be cross platform for Nintendo Switch 2 yet. I would imagine if the content is parodied, it would be, but Borderlands 3 also had crossplay on other systems and only had two-player online co-op for the Nintendo Switch 2. But as you can see, they're taking this open map concept really seriously. It almost feels like Destiny vibes is what it's giving me. It's very much the level design built around it being an open world, which is not a bad thing. We have definitely beat the formula to death of go to this area, kill this thing, go to this area, kill this thing. Having an open world could probably have a lot more interesting quest designs, especially if you're going to have like, let's just say you'll have like the Order wandering around or like random encounters between the Rippers and the Order. have them fight each other in the middle of an open map. I think that'd be pretty cool. Speaking of weapons, what are you gonna rip enemies apart with? We've got 5 returning gun manufacturers and 3 new ones, that being Jacob, Maliwan, Vladov, Tedior, Torg, Order, Ripper, and Daedalus. Riptidal and Hyperion. I don't know if it's going to return in the DLC, but we also got some other weapon types. We got heavy weapons, ordnance that will recharge. It won't use traditional ammo, and Daedalus is interesting because it can use ammo from basically any weapon. Here we got one of the boss fights. It's like a crab monster thing, and it's really showing that they're pushing these boss fights into the next generation. I cannot wait to see what raid bosses look like if this is considered a normal boss. Overall, these were just my brief impressions of Borderlands 4. I am very excited. I think it's looking better than 3, and it's shaping up to probably be the second best, if not the best game in the franchise. I love Borderlands 2, but if this game's story surpasses it and its gameplay is better, then we might have a new winner. Other than that, coming out September 12th, Xbox, PC, PlayStation, coming to the Switch at a later date. And I will see you all later. Lobotomized Logan out.